Now we know there are plenty of animes out there that can make a man feel happiness, sadness, anger, and even make a grown man cry. But one of my top lists to this day is Darling in the FranXX. You know this anime if you were on Discord religiously back in 2019, 2021. This woman right here had everybody, every Discord mod in a chokehold. Now, I don't know why this anime means so much to me. I think it was just the emotion I felt when watching this masterpiece, but there aren't many animes that do that to me, and I only really have a handful that do. Darling in the FranXX just happens to be one of them. I want to do my best to make sure that you guys feel the way I did when watching this anime, and while I recommend you guys go watch it yourself, because amazing, I will be doing the most I can to make you guys feel somewhat of the same emotion I felt. Again, not sure why I felt this way or even why this anime is in my top three, by the way, of all time. And I've watched a lot, but it is, and it's gonna stay that way. Codename 016, or his self-given name Hiro, is the main character of the show. Nonchalant, weakest out of all of them, pretty much, and pretty clueless. But then again, the story sets place in kind of a post-apocalyptic world with humanity knowing absolutely nothing to do with nature, or at least the generation coming up, which is Hiro and his friends. They pretty much have no idea about human life cycle, and again, it's a utopia, if anything, with the humans living in a big ship-like cities called plantations. Our boy Hiro is in Plantation 13 as an up-and-coming parasite. Child labor does exist in this world, and the children are most commonly forced to be parasites to defend against creatures called klaxosaurs, which are creatures that attack the plantations. How do they do this? Well, similar to Evangelion, the parasites go in huge real steel boxing robots to kill them off. The story starts us seeing a loser jerk, Loki, named Hiro. Well, he starts off that way. We see a very metaphorical foreshadowing speech that involves a type of bird, I forgot what bird, losing its wings. And I'll explain that when it makes more sense. Now, the child labor laws in this age require for the parasites to work in teams. These teams work together and live in a house together within these plantations. We're introduced to Hiro's team consisting of Ichigo, Kokoro, Ikuno, probably said that one wrong, Zorume, Mitsuru, Futoshi, and Goro, which I love because he is voiced by Ken Kaneki, my favorite character of all time. Basically, Hiro's jig is that he's a loser who can't control these robots because he can't connect with his partner. To connect with the robot, which has a specific name, it basically takes a man and a woman to be able to power one up, and his situation is the same as having erectile dysfunction. Now Pops, the operator of this whole thing, we get a glimpse of grabbing ass, and we're introduced to the other main character who might just be everyone's top 3 dream girl of all time. Hiro, still in his loser shit, walking around, comes across some clothes. We catch a glimpse of his girl, regular degular ass swimming. What pisses me off though about Hiro is like, he knows. He knows what he's doing. Clearly, he's seen her swimming just fine. He knows damn well she's naked, by the way, because he did cover his eyes. But all of a sudden, he's got to go save her. Even though she only been underwater for about 15 seconds, I can hold my breath for about a minute. He goes in on some Baywatch type of timing. Oh my gosh! Now, we're grown. We're grown men here. But I will say, when I seen this for the first time, little me, well, I wasn't that little. I mean, I guess I was maybe like 13. Little me was swimming with joy in the scene that I do not know if I could show, by the way. If it's there, it's there. If it's not, just know YouTube was cock blocking, not me. Anyway, we have Wild One on our hands, caught a fish with her bare teeth. Right now, she is completely naked, having a full conversation with him about something. I don't know. Nobody's paying attention. Because she starts going on about how he tastes sweet. I don't know, but for some reason, this is actually a reoccurring thing in the show. She just goes around tasting everybody. Now that I think about it, it might have something to do with the backstory, but I don't want to spoil it now. But she's basically going on about how they're the same, and we are officially introduced to 02, codename 002. Duh. She's freaky. She continues to start licking him. Obviously, she's not human. Now, 02 here sees something that us common folk don't see all the time, and that's that Hiro is a professional risk taker, and she's crazy for it. And then name drops part of the show by asking him to be his darling. Their freak talk is interrupted by the feds and watchers of 02. Essentially, 02 is somewhat of an all-star in the game, rides in the real steel robots, which I was talking about, that are called FranXXs. Get it? Darling and the Franks. I think you can see where this is going now. But we are welcome with a new character all bruised up. His name, not relevant to the story, but I am because I didn't die when riding with 02. I will explain that later. So basically, 02 doesn't belong there. She doesn't belong in this plantation. She's on the front lines. She's a frontline fighter. She's actually important. So they get split up. 02's partner quotes, this is him saying this, "She's not a piston anyone can just ride with." As if the man isn't beat up and abused himself. Hiro drops this mean quote, "I'm fully aware that a flightless bird has nowhere to go." And seeing the bird dead and then and knowing what happens in the show, oh my gosh, just foreshadowing 10 out of 10 all across the board. The group goes to the ceremony. Why? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I think it was just a motivational thing. But one thing when watching this, I was confused about why this quote unquote world, even though it's just one giant big dome, felt so empty. But if you are really watching the show, right, it's because they have this huge, and you'll see later on, I'll kind of point it out, but within this dome that they're in, or plantation, so big, and you don't see anybody, especially in the city that the adults live in, which we'll learn about soon. And I can't help but love it. The mystery in the show, to want to know more, and especially about the adults in the show, because keep in mind, we are in a utopia-like world where everyone is basically controlled and made to think the same. And to my knowledge, everyone, but maybe a couple people right now, only know about the real world. Meaning Pops, I have a feeling that Pops knows about the real world, maybe the two caretakers that we see, and maybe 02, but that's about it. The ceremony is basically just motivating them to fight. They're protecting their plantation. So within the show, they are part of Plantation 13. They are obligated with protecting this plantation all by themselves. So every adult in this plantation is putting their trust into these teenagers. Actually, not even teenagers, middle schoolers. And so that's what the ceremony's for, to kind of motivate. Not gonna lie, kind of overdoing it. I would have took some money, but seeing more of Hiro's background and why he's so depressed all the time, it shows that him and 02 are more connected and relatable to each other than people may think when they first watch it. Why? Well, I mentioned that the guy 02 was riding with was all bruised up. At the start, they talk about how 02 brings death to anyone that tries to ride. A very special FranXX called Strelixia. Up until now, 02 has gone 100% from the killing your partners in combat line. Even better than Curry, making this man a survivor of that terror. Now Hiro, well, he simply can't ride with anyone else. His last partner got deported to go pair with someone else, or back to the garden where they came from, and God rest her soul, died not even 5 minutes after. Maybe she deserved that, because before leaving, she was basically talking mad smack to Hiro about how he couldn't get it up and was always in his feelings. She was just saying he's weak for not being able to pair with her. "You're a great guy though," she says, before she gets crushed into the afterlife. Finally seeing 02 in action, and unfortunately not relevant to the story, but I am because I didn't die with 02, has died. As expected, so now she's 99% kill streak, still better than top COD players. She comes out speaking about how basically you only live once, come with me, you might die, but who cares, I own you now, dumb hoe. He goes in and surprise, he pilots the FranXX, the best one and the hardest one to pilot. They go out and piece up the Klexosaur, and that concludes episode 1, fellas. I know there's probably a lot of gooners watching this, so you can go watch it for yourself. Stay tuned for the next episode 3, 4, probably 5 too. If you do enjoy the series, I'll be doing more. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'm gonna be doing a whole series on my top 5 animes, just over time. But I'm starting off with Darling and the Franks. But please make sure to like, subscribe for more videos like this. I put a lot of time into them, and I also know my mic kind of switches up during these. So bear with me, I will be getting a new one. But please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm out.